I don't know how long it's been, but back 15, 20 years ago, some people at NDSU decided to go and make the move to Division One, and they did it. And then there was a narrative that there weren't young men, young ladies from this state that weren't going to be able to be successful at this level on this stage. I don't know if I've ever seen a performance in 2 minutes and 12 seconds like I saw tonight from Grant Nelson. By the way, he's from Devils Lake, North Dakota. And so I'm proud of all of our guys, but being a North Dakota kid myself and having success with North Dakota guys, it feels absolutely terrific. Todd Lee and the Coyotes have done a terrific job. They have got a physical, tough, hard-nosed team. As a guy that preaches that, I can appreciate that. I want to reiterate what Sam said. The crowd was terrific. I'm going to start petitioning right now. I mean, the next time we're at home, it's senior weekend, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. But obviously, we love, and AK's been a wonderful addition to our group. But we're going to send out 3 guys that are family to me, and so we hope we can leave this place better than we found it. I know those 3 have done their part. And any kind of support and encouragement that we can be to get this place packed next, it's going to be a couple Thursdays and Saturdays. Please come out and support those 3 young men, all of us. But terrific win, obviously. Extremely proud of the guys. It's about, it's about finding a way. And our guys, sometimes obviously it hasn't been pretty, but we've been able to find a way and get W's. And in February, we'll take every W we can get.
For Grant to do that with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, it got to that stretch when it was about 10 to go and we were down like that, and I'm subbing him back in. The assistants are going, he's got 4. And I'm like, well, what's it going to do if he's sitting on the bench with, and we're not back into it? And we changed some things up offensively, try to get a couple quick looks. Obviously, when we're down, obviously that got him going, and then the rest is history.
What, in your opinion, stops, and obviously you're not going to go do that every night, but what stops us from seeing that Grant more consistently? Is it just youth, or, because it's apparent that version of him exists?
Yeah, I think it's an understanding. It's a flow of the game, trying to get him to realize those things. Sometimes I wonder if it's me, Ross. They used to say Dean Smith was the only guy that could hold Michael Jordan down. But also, you're starting, Jeff and I talked about in the pregame, he's starting to get healthy again. He's starting to get back into a rhythm. I think we would have seen, I don't know if you ever see a stretch like that, but I think if he's healthy through those 3 or 4 games, I think you see some of these things.
Is this kind of the game that you expected from the South Dakota team? Obviously you guys measure up pretty evenly on paper. Is this kind of the same fight that you expected?
Absolutely. Yeah, obviously I didn't dream of being down 17 with 8:48 to go and coming back like we did, but I knew it was going to be like that. It was like that at their place. We were fortunate, 0.2 seconds fortunate to get that thing into overtime. Todd can coach. They've got tough kids. They're physical. They give us real problems defensively. The other thing too, and again, I say all those things about them. I thought we had a couple just right there, in and out looks, and right at the rim. That if those go, it's a different story too, a little bit, but. We're going to enjoy this one. Make no mistake. It's crazy that tomorrow we're not preparing for another game the following day. We actually have 2 days off now. That's an interesting concept this time of year for us. But it's important our guys enjoy this one for a while.
I hate to keep going negative on you, but how do you avoid those 4 or 5 minute stretches offensively where you don't have anything going? They go on a 14-2 run to kick things off. What is there anything you guys can do as a coaching staff differently to kind of jumpstart, get a quick bucket? They seem to reoccur.
Yeah, I hate to make it Groundhog's Day, Ross, but the same answer. Obviously I'm searching and for those things too. I think the biggest thing is let me just speak in terms of life, right? So in, let's just say, a little over a month and a half, those 3 guys they're done. I can't help them. I'm a phone call, I'm a FaceTime, something like that way, and I will always have their back. But I'm trying to pull back. This is their team. I'm trying to have them grab the ownership and initiate those things. Is there something that we can do as a staff here and there? Absolutely. But we're never going to get to that best version of ourselves if they don't own those moments, if they don't understand those moments. And sometimes as a leader, you're pushing. Sometimes you're pulling back. Just starting to, just want to make sure that, those guys understand that they've got to own those things.
About Sam to take that ball 0 for 6 from the field, didn't have a bucket all night, and then to go to the rim like that with the game on the line.
I mean, that's who he is. He's got the it factor. He's answered the bell at Oral Roberts. You go back to the Omaha game last year on Friday night. I talk to my father about it all the time. You'll never be able to explain the it factor, what it is. Sam Griesel's got the it factor in those moments, and big part of why we went to him tonight, and he was successful in that situation.
That top part of the Summit League this year, kind of how close is every team at this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the top. Like, we were in a battle with Omaha. We were in a battle with Denver, UND. They had us down one in the second half. So we know it's every night. It's every afternoon on Saturday. And, selfishly as a competitor, that's what you want, right? That's how you grow, and that's how you get better. You're outside of your comfort zone getting challenged.
Darius to just stay mentally locked in. I mean, he, probably didn't have the 2 nights he wanted to have today and Thursday, but I mean, those are 2 of the bigger shots all season.
Absolutely, man. And that's where Darius has matured so much. Like some of his immaturities earlier, how he was playing, how he wasn't playing for stretches. He would have pouted, he would have blamed somebody else. Those are 2 monster shots.
You guys were dead there for a while.
I'm sure a lot of the crowd thought that as well. But this group is a resilient group, a veteran group, and 1 to 14, 14 to 1, we all believe in each other, and I think that really came out tonight. And we just, Grant kind of took over there in the second half, just rallied around his play. Really proud of him. Working back from injury, I've had a few in my day, and I know that's not the easiest thing, especially mentally. Just to see him go out there and just have fun and hoop is awesome to see.
14 in the second half. Did somebody say something to you, or did you just take that upon yourself?
After I got that 4th foul, I was just like, I was feeling down. I knew I had to do something to, kickstart back up, get this to stop their run pretty much. So, I knew my teammates could do what they could to get me the ball, and it just worked out in our favor.
Are you aware that game winner was your only made field goal tonight?
Yeah. I guess I made it when it counted. So.
What was drawn up for you guys? Did that pretty much go to plan after Archambault hit the 3?
Yeah, we actually just went through situations the other day, and really it just comes down to, my teammates and the coaching staff pumping confidence into me and giving me the confidence to go out there and execute and just make a play for this team.
How similar is that last play to the other last plays you've had where you just take it and go over it? I think of Oral Roberts in the Summit League Championship game last year.
Yeah, I think it all starts with a mindset, and like I said, when my teammates believe in me, it makes it a lot easier to go out there and execute. And just having the confidence, especially, and I don't mean this arrogantly, but just being in that situation a few times and executing definitely helps. Makes me more comfortable in that situation.
What's it like to watch Grant do what he did tonight, knowing he's still got a couple years left here?
Yeah, it's awesome. Ever since he's got on campus, he's worked his butt off, and obviously everyone can see the potential he has, and the potential he has to be great and one of the greats here. It was really cool to see, especially coming off the injury, like I mentioned.
Describe the turnover momentum in the arena in such a short time there.
It really helps when we have a 6'11" guard out there, and he can go out and make plays for us, and just kind of rally around him, and then getting the crowd involved. And that's just what college basketball is about. That's what we dream about as kids, and that's why we want to play Division I basketball. And it was really fun, and just important for us not to get caught up in the moment. We love a loud crowd here, that's for sure.
What is going through your mind when Dave sends you in with Morgan and Cruiser already out there? Have you guys run through that trees lineup before?
Yeah, I knew earlier in the season we went with it a little bit. I knew that group could easily get a bucket. We could get offensive rebounds. So we knew that we needed a bucket at that time. So, shout out to the coaches for realizing that and putting in that lineup.
Obviously, you got hot, but with the players and coaches around you, what does it say about this group that you guys were able to rally from that deficit?
That we're resilient. this is a very experienced group. I mean, it's just anyone could have done it, any given person on this team. So, I mean, I guess I was just the one tonight.
You guys, plenty of close games this year, plenty of rallies for you guys. How tough is the Summit League this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you have SDSU undefeated in league, but I mean, ORU is, I think, a game and a half ahead or so, ahead of us and UMKC, and really from the top team and down, it's a really tight race from 2 or 3 to 8, and yeah, I mean, it's really fun. It makes the games really fun, especially for the fans. I'm sure Coach might be losing, a few years off his life and gaining a few gray hairs, but yeah, I mean, we know there's a better version of us out there, and it's just a matter of getting in every day and working hard and working towards that.
Top group looks like, but is there any part of you guys that starts staring at the standings a little extra hard coming around this time of the year?
No, I mean, Coach is really good at keeping us focused, and from day one of the season and even in the off season, we prepare for March, and that's our main goal, and it's to be playing our best basketball at the end of February and the beginning of March, because at the end of the day in this league, that's really what matters. So just having that mindset and just sticking to that throughout the year.
Sam just talked about like a better version of yourselves. You had 2 stretches there, 4 minutes plus without a bucket. How can you guys avoid those offensive, kind of stagnation?
I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday after practice about how we get stagnant, and we just need to keep our composure through that and just get the little things like offensive rebounds to get that spark going and defensive stops.
All 3 here at home. I know it's something, the goal to get, but it's another thing to go and do it. How big was it to sweep all 3?
Yeah, I mean, that's big time, especially when we can get the crowd into the game like that. And, for us seniors, we try not to think about it, but we know especially after this game, we only have 2 left. And just keeping that in the back of our mind. And I told the guys in the second half, at the beginning of the second half, we only have this game and then 2 more after this. And we don't, want to take anything for granted. And just a matter of staying together and this community has given so much to us, and we just want to do our part and give back to them. So.
Wow, crowd tonight. Where does that rank for you as far as the comeback built and they got louder and louder? I mean, just that run from being down 17 to tying the game and then Jerry's hitting that corner 3. Where does that rank for you?
Yeah, I mean, in my career, I would say that's definitely like top 3 or 4. Don't get me wrong, the crowd noise is awesome, but it makes it really hard to communicate on defense. And I'll take a loud crowd noise over that, but like I said, it just makes the environment so much more fun, and it's just what we dream of doing, playing college basketball. So.